Win a Pageant, episode 007.
Every individual pageant contestant has a unique set of strengths that set her apart from the competition. All you need is a clear path to help you discover your strengths to win on stage and in life. Let's win a pageant.
Hi winners, welcome back to another episode of Win a Pageant. I'm your coach, Alicia Darby. You've heard about the it factor. It's something that people can't quite put their finger on. It's when a girl walks out onto stage and it's like, wow, she's just got it. And like no one really knows what it is, but it's definitely obvious when someone has it. And I call that charisma. It's the charisma that accompanies winners. And it's no secret that charisma certainly has the power to persuade. If you've ever seen a James Bond movie, then you know what I'm talking about. So today I'm going to give you 12 ways that you can project James Bond style charisma. Did you get it? Episode 007, James Bond? Ha ha ha, that killed me. Okay, so charisma is something that anybody can exude at all times, meaning that it has nothing to do with your looks, it has nothing to do with your education or your skills, etc. It's really more of an attitude. Now, there are certain things that you can do in terms of your looks and your education and your skills and whatever to increase this attitude. So I've created a list of 12 very specific things that can help you to develop that it factor charisma. So let's just jump right in. So the first one is to expect acceptance. Now, this one is absolutely huge, and this is why I start with it, because this is really important. When you expect that other people will accept you, and you don't have to think about it, then you don't overcompensate and try to gain their acceptance. This is very obvious when somebody has charisma, when they are new in a new area or new to a new school system or new on campus, whatever. When somebody's brand new to an organization, if they show up expecting that they will be accepted, then they're really bold, and they're very confident in the way that they present themselves. They're not worried everybody's going to be judging them. So that is extremely important to just expect that other people are going to accept you, because frankly, they will. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay, number 2. Accept yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So this is important because everybody has insecurities. You really need to know what your insecurities are so that you can acknowledge them and then get over it. Get over it. Usually other people are so worried about their own insecurities that they don't have time to worry about yours. So accept yourself and recognize you're not perfect and neither is anybody else, and you will be so much more able to connect with people when you just accept who you are. Number 3 is to control your attitude. Your attitude toward the world is a direct reflection of your character. So you should always have a pleasant look on your face and nod politely and smile a lot. We know that whatever comes out of us is what is inside of us, so make sure that you heal what is inside of you and really control that attitude. Make other people feel comfortable around you. Number 4, control your emotions. Emotion is energy in motion. It's stuff that's moving through you. So recognizing that things like laughter and tears and anger and all of this, they are moving through you. If it's going to come through you, it's going to come out of you, and eventually your emotions are going to change. So you really got to keep those in check. Learn what triggers your emotions, what things make you laugh, make you tear up, or make you angry, and then practice discernment. Practice experiencing the emotion out loud or in private, wherever you need to. Control your emotions. Number 5, stand like a model at all times. This is so funny. I first learned this, believe it or not, from Paris Hilton. Every time that Paris Hilton does an interview, if you watch her on camera at all times, she's always smiling with this lovely smile, and her body is perfectly positioned so that you would never catch her in an odd moment, and she's smart to do that because she knows people are attempting to watch her fall, so she's always looking for how can she present her very best self. Now, what I found is that when you project that positive self-image with tall, confident posture, lengthening your back and your neck, relaxing your facial muscles, standing like a photo's being taken, you automatically exude confidence, and that level of charisma increases. So stand like a model. Stand like you're constantly on camera. Number 6, learn how to tell a story. People tend to remember visual images better than they do words. By using an anecdote to make a point, so telling a story, people will remember you longer and they're absolutely going to be more interested in your words. So tell a great story. If you need tips on this, go back to episode number 6 because I teach you in that all about how to tell a great story. Number 7, dress the part. Images help people to categorize their thoughts. So when actors show up for an audition, they are really being cast for how they look. They're being, we call it typecast. So whatever they're looking like is the role that they will get. And how you project yourself is how people are going to perceive you. So if you are looking to project yourself with confidence, wear an outfit that doesn't have to be fussed over. You know, I used to wear these ridiculous shoes. I always wore shoes for whatever reason. I thought I wore a size 10. So I don't know if my feet shrunk or if I just started wearing a different style or something. Really, I am between a 9 and 9.5 shoe. That's still huge, I know. But I was wearing size 10 shoes. Well, so then they're always falling off my feet. So I was fussing over them all the time. I was embarrassed. I didn't want people to take pictures with my shoes. And then finally I was like, Alicia, get smaller shoes. Stop worrying about them all the time. And the same is true of outfits. You know, sometimes we wear these outfits where it's like, you know, it might be gaping at the neckline. And so we're all worried about it the whole time. Listen, stop it. Just dress so that you do not have to be worrying about it all the freaking time. Okay. So dress the part so you don't have to worry about your image. Number 8, own your mistakes. Own your mistakes and your accomplishments. Mistakes prove your success. I've kind of learned this in my business development that as I make more and more mistakes, I discover more and more things about truths in life. And so I'm able to easily then admit that I was wrong or admit that I was right because it proves my wisdom. When you make mistakes, it proves that you attempt something. When I was writing my very first book, I had a friend who was also in the process of writing a book. And we were sort of like in this like quest to who was going to write the book first. And the quote that we lived by during this time was, "My ugly book is better than the one you haven't published yet." And so we thought, okay, if all I could do is just get this book up, even if it's ugly, so what? It's accomplished. And that is huge. So own your mistakes and your accomplishments. Number 9, simply respond. Don't feel like you have to have an answer to everybody's question. Just by being prepared to respond naturally and reflectively, just keeping your response brief, it can't hurt. So all you need to do is think about, how do I respond authentically to this question or to this comment that somebody made, rather than trying to defend yourself and rather than trying to help them see it your way, you know, just respond authentically. You don't have to worry about answering every question. Number 10, grow thick skin. Criticism is an amazing learning tool, whether or not it's meant to be. Okay, so sometimes criticism comes from a negative place from people, and they really just are meant to tear you down. But what I have learned is that anytime someone gives me a piece of criticism, I want to see if I can learn from it. So the model I've chose to live by is, if it applies, modify. And if not, let it fly. Okay, so I do this when somebody has a criticism of me. I consider, okay, is this something that really does apply to me? Like, is this actually something I can change? For example, I wore a dress once at a pageant. I loved it. It was one of my favorite dresses, and still today was one of my favorite dresses I wore. It was bright purple. My favorite color is purple. It had feathers at the bottom and this gorgeous train that had beading all down the back. The bodice was beaded. It was made of velvet. Did I already say that? It's awesome, awesome, awesome. I totally loved this dress. And online, someone had said about me that they thought that the dress really overpowered me. Like, it was really overwhelming. It was a horrible dress choice. Like, why did she choose that? That was hideous. Okay. So I thought, all right, well, let me see if this applies, you know? And so I was looking through pictures and trying to identify, like, what are they seeing that this dress was more than me? And actually, they were right. When I looked back at pictures, I thought, yeah, actually, that color is very dark. For somebody who has an extremely small, frail frame, the color was very dark for me. The feathers, the velvet made it look huge. You know, it wasn't as fitted as it really could have been on me. It had a ton of beading. It was an absolutely overwhelming dress for an extremely small frame. So what did I do? as I continued through my pageant competition, I started to really, really pay attention to the dresses that I was wearing. And then I completely changed my success rate. And so I modified my behavior and I was able to change so many things. Now, I've also received criticism, of course, by bullies that are just being nasty, And so that's the stuff that you just let fly because it doesn't apply. So if it applies, modify. And if not, let it fly. Number 11, prepare, prepare, prepare. I cannot say it enough that you can be prepared for so many situations. And oftentimes we show up unprepared. But preparation is the key to your success in so many different areas. I even learned to prepare when I was going to an event. I would try to know the names of the people that I would be meeting. So for example, if you're going to a charity event or an appearance somewhere, try to research who are the powers that be, who's in charge of the organization, who's the chairperson of the event. Try to get to know those people and maybe even a little bit about their background. Same is true of your judges. See if you can look up information about your judges and understand them a little bit, understand a little bit about their background. If you're going to an event that you're going to be seated at a table with people that you may or may not know, try to review key points. So maybe understand a little bit about the organization. Or one of my favorite things to do is when I'm traveling to an area that I don't know, I research a little bit about the local area. So I've got some talking points. Brace yourself for inevitable changes. You will have changes and you can prepare as much as you can, but part of your preparation is just to know that you're not going to know everything. So allow yourself a little bit of wiggle room. If you do all of this in advance of an important meeting or an interview, a press conference, or a social engagement, you will feel so much more prepared to just exude confidence. Number 12, and this is our final one, be in the moment. Great moments can pass by you without you even realizing it. So you really have to take control of the moment. Make a conscious effort to be in the moment that you are in before moving on to the next thing on your to-do list. Taking time to be in the moment will allow you to better connect with the people around you, to better listen to their concerns, and to find a purpose of why you're really there and what you're able to contribute, how you're able to impact their lives. Be in the moment. So I have a mini challenge for you. Remember that this isn't going to be something that you change overnight. On our website, I've posted a printable copy of these 12 elements of charisma. So if you're up for it, what I want you to do is download this page, print it out, and hang it somewhere where you can see it every single day. You could hang it on your mirror or your dresser, maybe put it in your locker, or on the dashboard of your car, in your shower caddy, wherever makes sense to you, somewhere you're going to look at it every day. Now, to hold you accountable, I want you to take a picture of this and post it to Instagram with the hashtag #WinAPageant because I want to see where you're putting this. Mine is going to go up in my bathroom on my mirror where I put on my makeup every day so that I can look at it and read it before I start my day. If you read through this every day, or at least close to every day, then I am certain that you will gain electrifying charisma. And that, ladies, is how you win a pageant. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.
To learn more and to get valuable resources to help you win, visit winapageant.com.
Hey there, I'm Alicia Darby, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching that last video. If you totally loved it and got something from it, would you just click subscribe right here to subscribe to our YouTube channel? Hey, I am here for you, and I've got so many more trainings and videos for you. In fact, this one would be a really great one to watch next. Or if that topic doesn't interest you, then try this one. It's my most recent video training. So I think both of these would be really great for you. Thank you again so much for subscribing. I am honored to be your coach. I'll see you again soon.